You guys are not gonna believe this. I mean, I myself didn't really believe this when I first saw it, but I randomly had this article pop up on, maybe it was my Facebook or something. It was a Business Insider UK article, and it was basically a summary of this study done by the app Hostelworld, which is like for if you want to like stay in a youth hostel, you can go into this app, I'm pretty sure, and like stay in different places. But they did this study. They took 39 cities, I believe, and they basically were trying to study which of these cities are the most social cities in the world. Now, their definition of social is definitely up for interpretation. When you read the fine print, here's what it says. The study measured sociability based on 10 distinct categories, including the frequency with which people socialize, openness, and the propensity to party. Propensity to party, those sound like my kind of places. Overall, Scandinavian and North American cities are the most sociable in the world, with London ranked only in 21st place out of the 39. So North America and Scandinavia are the two places that know how to party the most, according to this study. No wonder I love it so much here. This is the first comparative analysis of the social life of world cities and the local residents' view on global travel and tourists. So some of the things that they looked at when trying to rank these cities based on how social they are like the culinary scene, home-cooked meals, a liberal, open-minded culture was also very important, it says, and then the party atmosphere, and community mindedness. So as I was reading through this article for the first time, I started to scroll through it, and rounding it out at number 19, you had like Berlin, Milan, Italy, Vancouver, Canada, Helsinki, Finland, Poland, Baltimore, USA, Paris, Sydney, Australia, Toronto, Canada, and I just kept scrolling through. I was like, all right, no cities that I'm close to, no Swedish cities so far. Now we get to the top 10. We've got Dublin, Hamburg, Germany, Rome, Italy, Madrid, Spain, Copenhagen, Denmark at number 6. There's a Scandinavian city. Still no Sweden. Then we get to number 5, New York City. I'd love to live in New York City. That sounds dope. New York, it says New Yorkers eat out more than anyone else in the world, making it the perfect vacation destination for foodies looking to meet people over dinner. They eat out 89 times per year on average. I mean, New York's dope. I'm not that much of a cook myself, so I think New York would seem like a pretty dope place to live based on this. We've got Boston, USA at 4, Chicago, USA at 3, so there's just a ton of American cities that are making it into the top 5 here. And then number 2 is absolutely crazy to me, because when you think of Sweden, I always thought like Sweden is this very cold, closed-minded, closed-off culture, but actually at number 2, we've got Stockholm, Sweden. The runner-up for most sociable city in the world is Stockholm, Sweden, which has the most liberal residents in the world. Locals are also the second most frequent users of social media and are incredibly community-minded. So Stockholm, Sweden made it into the top 2. So I was really proud of Sweden after seeing that. But the next thing that I saw surprised me even more. The number 1 most social city in the entire world, Gothenburg, Sweden. So out of this entire study of 39 cities, the 2 cities that were ranked 1 and 2 are both Swedish cities. And that is mind-blowing to me. I actually just made my first trip to Gothenburg this past weekend, and that was really, really fun. And I could see why Gothenburg was ranked as number 1, because I had an amazing time. There was a great nightlife scene. The people were very friendly there, so I could really see it. And here it says Gothenburg, another Swedish destination, is the most social and open-minded city in the world. Its residents place their highest value on the planet on socializing, are most likely to value social priorities over their own individual priorities, and are the 3rd most liberal in terms of their attitudes towards other people's lifestyles. They are also the most frequent users of social media, place the 3rd highest amount of trust in friends, and are the 3rd most likely group to look for any excuse to party. That pretty much sums up why I had such a good time when I went to Gothenburg. The people there are just looking for any excuse to party. Actually, the people that I was staying with when I went to Gothenburg were students at Chalmers University, and it was really, really unique and interesting because at that university, they actually had like bars and nightclubs built into the campus. So like a building with like libraries and books and classrooms and labs, for example, they had like a bar in the basement and like different party rooms in the basement. So people would be ordering student priced beers for like 15, 20 crowns at the student bars in the basement. And then they would like be eating food while they're drunk, like in the library and stuff, which was really interesting. I've never seen that so integrated actually before, because like where I went to school in America, the bars and party scene was always off campus. The college campus was just for the studying part of it. And the same at the college here in Norrköping. The bar is also off campus a little bit. So it was really interesting to see those two things integrated. And I think the university was very unique in that way. But I just wanted to share this with you guys because this was actually really surprising. Sweden in general has that rap of being full of cold and antisocial people, but based on this study, Sweden is actually one of the most social places in the world to be. And it made me really proud, and I was surprised to see the results of this study.